sound of a school song welcomed us to the halls of Brattleboro Union High School in 1958. It was drowned out for a while in November when the mighty seniors, glorying in their triumph, made us sing their tune. We thought the seniors could never be forgiven, but the two classes finally did get together at the freshman blowout. Time passed quickly and eventfully for us until we found ourselves juniors involved in the new election system. Bob Asbury struck the note of the entire election when he began his campaign.
I sincerely hope that none of you here will vote for me merely because you like me or vote against me because you dislike me. But rather, I would have you vote for me or against me because you think that I'm the best qualified to do the job, that of the junior class presidency. I believe that first and foremost, a junior class president should be a leader and an organizer. Should be a take-charge person who can lead a group and get things done. Class president should be a conscientious school citizen, one who is willing to work and work hard for the benefit of his class and his school. He should be a person who is ready to assume the large responsibilities that rest on his shoulders as the leader of his class. I believe that I can accept these responsibilities, and I only know that I will work my hardest to be the best class president that I know how, should you elect me.
And he did win. With our officers elected, we forged full speed ahead for the crowning event of the year, the junior prom. Committees convened, dark secrets passed from hand to hand, and with the notable assistance of Mr. Fitzgerald, our goal was finally reached. Mary Ann Hooper described the gala night.
I've just come over a drawbridge and moat to the fanfare of trumpets. I'm standing in a castle courtyard in the land of Camelot. Castle walls rise on the sides of what started out this morning as a gym. Straight ahead, covering the far end, extends a large mural of old English landscape. In the middle of the courtyard, two life-size knights are jousting on horses. Banquet tables line the sides, bright shields decorate the castle walls, and the music you hear is coming from the silhouettes, who are sitting under a lovely many-colored canopy. The couple seem to be enjoying themselves, and they are all complimenting the decorations that so many juniors have been working on under the direction of Karen Gunderson.
The prom was a big success, artistically and financially. But we had little time to congratulate ourselves, for we were soon involved in becoming seniors. As that final, eventful year began, Mr. Stinchfield gave us a philosophy to carry us through graduation.
If you can fill each minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, the world and everything that's in it and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Now this would be a pretty difficult assignment to fulfill. Not every one of us, even most hopefully, is going to fill each minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. But this is an admonition. It is more than that. Possibly it might be a whole philosophy of life to at least attempt to attain. If you can fill each golden minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, the world and everything that's in it is yours. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
And how we ran, in nearly every direction. Butch Sersosimo, running for vice president, found himself the only one in the race. Butch was elected, with Dave Neumeister to assist him as president, Tom Frizzell as treasurer, Diana Amato as secretary. These brave souls carried us through to the variety show, where the senior boys made their contribution to art.
What is your name, please?
My name is Stormy Bridges.
What is your name, please?
My name is Stormy Bridges.
And what is your name, please? What is your name, please?
My name is Stormy Bridges.
You'll find out which one of these gentlemen is the real Stormy Bridges tonight on To Tell the Truth.
Not many of us knew who we were that year. One evidence of our mental disability was this sound, which sent the 1961-62 season down through history as the year of the yo-yo. The hallowed halls resounded with yells of, "Hey, look, I can do around the world," and "If it isn't a Duncan, it isn't a yo-yo." We were to learn one lesson. Every fad is followed by a more ridiculous one. The presidents of the junior and senior classes officially recognized the second fad during the magazine drive assembly. The president and secretary of the class selling fewest subscriptions would have to do the twist on the night of the alumni basketball game. Naturally, the seniors won. Puffer Wellman and Betsy Hamilton resignedly demonstrated their skills at halftime. The dance, if you could call it that, was still going strong in December when we held our class banquet. Fads, though, weren't all we left behind. Bob Gregg and several other citizenship-minded seniors instituted a Model United Nations General Assembly.
The chair at this time will recognize the delegation from Cuba.
Mr. President, I should like to call to the attention of the members of the General Assembly Resolution number 1 submitted by the Republic of Cuba of the 9th of April of this year. It states, whereas the Chinese People's Republic is a peace-loving state in accordance with the requirements of the United Nations, and whereas the Chinese People's Republic is a large and powerful state consisting of a population of 650 million people, and whereas the Chinese People's Republic is compatible with the aims and purposes of the United Nations organization, therefore resolved that the Chinese People's Republic should have immediate membership in the United Nations. Mr. President, I understand there's a movement afoot to amend this resolution by the imperialistic country of Israel. I will say this, Cuba will not tolerate such high-handed action by the imperialistic reactionaries from Israel. But this is understandable because the United States and the United States alone opposes the admission of the Chinese People's Republic. Speaking of Cuba, I will say this, that if the United States launches a second invasion, thousands of Yankee Marines will die on the beaches, and for what? To satisfy the greed of the imperialistic reactionary United States and their backers in Wall Street and the capitalistic Pentagon.
This rather violent beginning note gave way to a sedate, mature consideration of world issues. At length, the assembly drew to a close as a deeply impressed audience looked on. The United Kingdom proposed the final motion.
If I might, I would like to make the motion that a Model United Nations General Assembly be an annual event at Brattleboro Union High School.
A motion has been made. Do we hear a second of this motion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? It is carried. The audience left. The delegates took down the flags, folded up the chairs, and returned to what was left of the daily routine. The seniors returned to preparations for graduation, giving out invitations and memorizing the class song. As the year approached its end, so did the services of Mr. Miller, over 30 years the senior class advisor at Brattleboro Union High School. He addressed our class with these words.
President Neumeister, members of the class of 1962. The year is closing, and I believe it's closing with a great deal of triumph for the senior class. I have realized more than ever the amount of responsibility that is seeped through to all of you young people. The things that you have left behind you or will leave behind you in Brattleboro High School are very worthwhile things, such as, of course, the more recent our United Nations Assembly. This was yours, and you are leaving it as an inheritance to be carried on by the rest of the school. I want to thank you people so much from the bottom of my heart for the many instances of cooperation that I have received from you. It has made the task of a class sponsor very easy indeed. And I hope very fervently that you will remember that it was BUHS that gave you your start, and that in the future that you will return to the school to meet your friends and to renew your acquaintances. The best of everything for you people as you go out into your colleges, into your advanced schools, and into the daily walks of life.
So finally, to the somber tones of pomp and circumstance, we stepped out of our high school lives, full of already hazy images of the past 4 years, and of radiant hopes for the years to come. We hope that, as you have listened, this record has sharpened those images, and that those hopes are meeting fulfillment.